Today I'm gonna try to do a video on Frank Ramirez, Billy's husband. And well, I want to start by first acknowledging that he's been one of my mentors, one of my prestige mentors, and uncle, friend, and someone that I could always count on. Well, it starts way back. First, him, my dad, they took me to El Grullo. I remember when we got pulled over in the border, and I remember him being with me. He's always been taking pictures of us when we were young. He has a lot of pictures of me. For whatever reason, I've never really had the opportunity to see all my pictures and pictures that he's taken. A lot of people take the pictures and they don't want to show them to nobody. They paid for them. They're their pictures and they took the time. And I do understand. Special occasions they'll release one or two pictures of us. And I've always looked up to Frank. Like I said, he took me to El Grullo. And I remember we went to Morelia, to La Bufadora, and I remember being around him. We've gone on one occasion to Tijuana, and he used to have a truck, and we cruised at sounds, and we cruised up and down, and we flirted, and we threw our whistle. He taught me the meaning of cruising. It was one of many uncles, but the first uncle that had a down truck, and we used to cruise. He also took me to the Rose Parade, and we passed through downtown, the Grand Bank, the highest building in the Los Angeles. When they were building us, we were cruising through there and hanging around together. Must have probably been the day that we went to the Rose Parade. And he's always been outspoken. He's always been reliable. Growing up, he used to work for Budweiser, and he used to drop cases of beer and Arizonas and Snapples and all these energy drinks and all that he used to provide to my father and to me on the side. I probably drank one of my first beers from his cases. He used to always have them in the back of his truck, and I used to just reach out and grab some. And he's always a person that he's always looking out for me. He's always mentoring me, and he's always optimistic, and he's always preaching and helping us be better persons. And I tell everybody, if anybody's lucky to have an uncle like him, or know a person of his sort of person, you must be special. Well, let me talk a little about Frank. Frank has always been the spokesman in our family. So when someone passes away or we have a big family event, he's always been the translator. He's always been the spokesman, and people have always encouraged them, and we're encouraged to go out just to hear him speak. He had, I guess, college courses or something, because he's very influential. He speaks very professional, and he's very detailed. And a lot of people don't know this, but my grandpa and my great-grandfather and his great-grandfather, they were brothers. And so he's related on that, and that way. I've heard him say, and I never really got into the conversation. Also, Pedrito Fernandez, he's a Cuevas, and he changed his name when he became a singer, a professional singer. But they say he's related to him. I do see the resemblance in his features and the way he talks, and Frank probably has a voice or somewhere, somehow or some way to sing, or because he's made an impact, and his speech and his wording is always above average. He's like one of the most influential people that I've heard him speak. That's why when we gravitate towards his words all the time, and his meanings and his way of explaining things. He's like very, very, very detailed on that. He convinces you and you trust 100%. Well, he's been, like I said, to most of our funerals, and he's talked in all of them. That's why probably me, because of my grandpa and because of my tío Frank, I speak. He's always encouraging me. He's always telling me to get up there and speak and let my emotions out. Say what I gotta say. He's always encouraging me. And every time I've had a problem or I needed something, it's not that he's done it for me or giving me the opportunity. He's always asked me, if that's what you want to do, you do it first and I follow. When I see that you need help, I'll be there. He doesn't take you by the hand and expects him to do all the work. He lets you prove to him that you're worthy and that you're really trying, but you can't focus, or you don't understand, or you can't communicate. So he's always encouraged me, motivated me, guided me, and always advised me to speak a different way and express my emotions in a certain way that really gets straight to the point. You don't need to bullshit. You don't need to lie. You don't need to convince people. If what you're saying it ain't true, it's not gonna be good. He's taught me how to express myself directly, short, simple, and straightforward, and it's worked in my life. Another thing that I remember about Frank, I started fight for my daughter, and me and my grandpa, my grandma, everybody was very influential to me. But my grandpa's also been like Frank. He could write some awesome letters there, but he bullshits and he sort of exaggerates. That's probably where I come from. And I've always went to Frank and I've always wrote my letter, and I always tell him, can you spell check it? Can you take a look at it if I got straight to the point? He's always correcting my wording at the end. He's always like throwing that paper away, got the meaning, got the subject out of it, and then he put that professionalism on the document, and he's impressed me. And I've gone to court, and his letters have always impacted the court system and threw them on my side, on my behalf. They always tell me do I pay for my letterings. I always tell them I got an uncle. He was a very professional uncle. I tell him he must have been a lawyer or an attorney or something in another life, but he's our family member. He's my uncle, and that I don't think I could ever equal him. And I do speak in family events. Sometimes we speak both, and he's always like, no matter how much I fail or I sound stupid, he's always applauding me and telling me it's gonna come. One of these days you're you're gonna have a good meaning. Don't give up. Is that what people felt? How you felt what you said, felt what you meant. You probably didn't say it correctly, but don't get discouraged. He's never pointing fingers. He's never betrayed me. He's never abandoned me. I've asked him crazy stuff, and he's always told me, be discreet, be in the background, and let other people take the lead. And once they take the lead, you take control. And I've learned how to do it little by little. I'm just aggressive, and I'm a spontaneous person that I don't wait for no one to take the lead. If no one does the lead, I take it. But Frank has always been there to tell me that, hey, you know what, this, and that, you did wrong. When I started my company, Dicom, and I restarted it, he rented me the garage, and he was proud of me, and he was there to keep me in line and check and regulate me, and he's seen the potential in me, and he's seen the man that I was becoming. He's always been proud of me. He's one of the uncles that will always say hi, good afternoon, good night, how you been, where you been, you need anything, you need water, you need food. He's always had fruit, pistachios, nachos, peanuts, crackers. He has a backpack and he has everything. Glasses. He's one of the family members that wears glasses. I think that God sent them to our family because all the family respected him. All the family. There's a Ricky Rick. He was one of the persons that, even though he wasn't called, he arrived and he meant good all the time. And sorry, Frankie Doodle Doo, that how Ricky treated you at the end, but he did love you. He did admire you. He did looked up to you, but he's especial, And sometimes, like you told me, sometimes there's no reason, and if people don't want your help, if you're not wanted, you walk away and you still be considered a family member. Another thing about Frankie Doodle Doo, Frankie is like the boogeyman to our enemies, to the court system, and to anybody trying to take advantage of us. No one knows his real name because they call him Frank, Francisco, Panchito. Francisco, you could say it in multiple ways, multiple languages. So he's a man of too many faces. I could call him the 100 face man because whatever he needs, he puts that face on. And yes, me and him have had discussions, and we forgiven each other, and we allowed both ourselves to acknowledge that we did wrong. And no matter the outcome or the situation, I always start the situation, and he always corrects me. He's my autocorrect. He's the guy that could make me stop in a time and realize that I messed up, that I did something wrong. Frank is a person that when he helps you to the end. He doesn't do it for you. He's not a person that's going to take advantage. He's not a person that he's going to allow you to take advantage of somebody. And if you mean good and he understands it, he'll be there. But if he helps you and then you do bad, he's going to go against you. Because he's gonna stop and put himself right in front of your face. And the world needs more people like him. Well, I remember one of the speeches that he said to me, and it's really done an impact on me. And sometimes just a hello, sometimes just a hug, sometimes just by being there, people's outcomes or people's life could change, in a great direction if you allow it to, He's always, like I said, encouraging me to never back down, but be respectful, be understandable, and do things right. And he'll always be there for me. He hears me. He doesn't shy away from my situations, my problems. He probably takes joy in hearing me that, or the shit I do, And he's like, ay, miñito, He's also given me a great family members, Patrick, Amber, and Christina. He's meant a lot to me. So this video goes out to the one and only Banyugs. See, I had picked him to be your padrino, and my tia Pili as your madrina. And I wish that you would have grown with them, and he would have been your padrino. Because I don't know who your padrino or your madrina is, mija. I didn't pick them. Me and your mom had picked Pili and Frank, and Pili and Frank buy you the rosario, buy you the candle, buy you the vestido, buy you the cadena, buy you everything. They bought you everything. La cadena de oro and everything. You would have had a madrina and a padrino that you would have looked up to, and you would have never. You would have never. You would have never had been disappointed. You would have had a one-on-one with him, and he would always be your advisor and your person that if something shall ever happen to me, he was always going to be there to protect you and guide you, mija. Same way Pili. I think they're both awesome. During the years, Pili and Frank, yes, they fought and argued though, but along the ways, Frank retired from the Budweiser family, and he went to work with Pili, and I think they make a perfect couple. I think they help each other and they fit in a proper way, And he's changed. He's been a gentleman lately. He's been like a person that I'm proud of and I admire. And thank God he's never made me a reason to choose or doubt in him. He's always been there for my tia. Grouchy with Patrick and everybody, and strict. Yes, that's why I love him. Because you don't mess with Frank. And you, Vanessa, you missed out. You missed out, mija, and having the best padrino in the world and the best madrina in the world. And I hope whoever your padrino and your madrina is, you're happy with them and you're proud of them, mija. But I know even though Frank and Pili are not your padrino and madrina, they love you. They'll always have the door. You can always have your reason, your thoughts being heard with him. And growing up, he's always been there in your pictures, your videos, and how I showed you off and how he's seen you grown. And now you're becoming a woman, mija. And hopefully you get to know Frank and admire him, because to us, he's Frankie Doo-Doo-Doo. I'm not gonna say that he's perfect, but to me, he's awesome. One of my mentors, one of my tios, and at the moment, I'm running out of tios, so he's becoming one of my favorites. Because to me, all my uncles, each and every single one of them meant something. Each one has magical moments, magical powers, and I've been grateful to have Frankie Doo-Doo-Doo on my side, mentoring me and not giving up on me. So I just want everybody to know, give the salute where the salute is deserved. Give the love where the love is earned. And Frank, you've earned every single word, every single nice thing that I do and say. And thank you for always auto-correcting me and telling me the truth. Not what I want to hear, but the truth. And I've always been scared. And you've always encouraged me, and you've always motivated me, and you will always push me for greater things, you know? And I think that you're a blessing. You're an awesome. And I hope that you continue being who you are and being there for me and never get tired of me. And I don't want you to get old on us. And I want you to know that I love you, Frankie. I really love you, right? Thank you. Thank you again. And no, I don't want soda, water, Doritos, quesadilla. I don't want none of that right now. I already ate, Frankie. Te creas, I love you, Frankie.